All right, good afternoon, everyone. My name is Leanne Kaminsky, and on behalf of the recruitment team and our Workforce Development Council's Recognition Committee, we would like to thank you guys all for coming today. We know that some of you traveled pretty far from some of our outpatient clinics, and some of you guys let me know that you worked night shift last night, so we want to thank you for coming back just a couple hours later to be recognized. We know your time is valuable, and today is an important day to celebrate you. So, without further ado, we would like to start off our ceremony and welcome our Associate Director of Patient Care Service, our Nurse Executive, Garrett Schreier.
All right, good afternoon. I got it right. Trying to keep up where we're switching time. So, welcome everyone. So excited to be here today and to do this and to celebrate everything that we have accomplished over the last year. You have accomplished over the last year. I want to start out with something though, and this morning I was reminded again why we're here. So if you are a veteran, could you please stand up for us? Thank you for your service, each and every one of you. You are the reasons why each of us are here each and every day. We have the honor of serving the men and women who have given sacrifices, and those sacrifices look completely different for each one. But each day we get to come and take care of our veterans, and it is such an honor. And it is absolutely becoming more and more clear each day that that is the glue that holds us together. It's the motivation of why we navigate each and every day, especially in these trying times that we're in right now. What a privilege we have to have a mission that is so important. And you know, I don't know that it would be as easy as it is if we didn't have that. And I'm not sure how you define easy, because it hasn't been easy lately, has it? But we're getting through it, and we're getting through it with grace. And we are doing extremely well, and that's because of you guys and your commitment to our men and women who serve. So, first of all, the pictures that were up on the screen, it's hard not to stand there and watch and smile and, quite frankly, not get emotional. And again, I go back to crazy times, and did you guys see the smiles and the fun that was going on in those pictures? It's just incredible. Then the painting over here on the table. If you have not taken a moment to look at it, or if you did not have a hand in creating it, please stop and take a look at this beautiful work of art. This made its rounds across all the units within our organization here. And nurses, throughout Nurses Week, painted a broad stroke on that picture. And each one had an individual hand in a color or a line or something on there. At the end of the day, we had a beautiful piece of art because of all the individual efforts that our nurses put into creating that. One example of what we do each and every day. We all have one little piece, one little hand, and I bet you one of you, they kept it away from me, because it would have been me, but I bet you one of you went outside the lines and you made a mistake when you were doing it. The next person came by and cleaned up your mistake and made it beautiful again. And that's teamwork, and that's what we do. I also then want to make sure that we really take a moment and thank our Workforce Recognition Committee and our recruiters for what they did this year, what they do every day, but what they did this year in our Nurses Week. Many of you, as well as me, have been in nursing for a long time. I have to tell you, I have never seen or been a part of a Nurses Week in celebration that's what we had this year. So I would like to take a moment and just thank you guys who had a hand in shaping this week and the crescendo of what we're about to do today and celebrating you guys. So thank you. All right, I'm going to stop. We're going to get moving. We want to celebrate all the work that you each have accomplished and take a moment and just recognize you for your efforts. So we're going to get started, and thank you for everything.
And now we would like to recognize our Executive Director, Jill Dietrich Mellon.
Thank you very much. And Garrett, thank you very much for those wonderful, wonderful comments. It's very heartwarming to be part of a executive leadership team and a healthcare system that really cares, and it shows. I'm so proud of all the support that you guys give each other and just the excellent results that come out from it. So it really is my pleasure to be here to welcome you to the Nurses Month Award ceremony for May 2025. As we do gather today, it's important to recognize that being a VA nurse is much more than administering medication or assisting with care. It's providing the comfort, compassion, and empathy to a unique patient population. It is you, the frontline providers, who constantly and consistently place yourself above others to deliver world-class healthcare right here at VA Northeast Ohio Healthcare System. Thank you again for your unwavering passion, professionalism, and commitment. In addition to our exceptional team delivering our veteran-centric care, our nurses are also committed to the health and well-being of our staff. So prioritization of self-care such as movement, sleep, nutrition, personal and professional development, and relationships, and seeking professional care to support our physical and mental well-being is critical. Our exceptional nursing staff reinforces this daily, every shift, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, 365 days a year. So today's awards are really a testament to your excellence, your tireless efforts, your compassionate hearts, and your unrelenting pursuit of success. On behalf of VA Northeast Ohio Healthcare System, our veterans, our families, I extend you their deepest gratitude. You are in the embodiment of the service, and your legacy of care will resonate for years to come. To each awardee, congratulations on this well-deserved recognition. May you continue to inspire us all with your dedication and passion. Thank you for your service, your sacrifice, and your profound impact on the lives of our nation's heroes. Let us now celebrate you with the honor and appreciation you so richly deserve. Thank you.
And now we'd like to welcome our chaplains, Chaplain Rachel Davidson and Chaplain Dagba Bass.
It is our honor to see all of the ways that you impact our veterans in this hospital. We know that each of you tirelessly brings your caring, your wisdom, your skills, and your patience to every patient that you meet. I have seen all of the ways that nurses know what needs to happen and when it needs to happen, whether it's needing to move fast or to slow things down, whether a patient needs a different medication, or whether they just need someone to hold their hand and listen and provide some empathy. You are truly the backbone of everything we do, and our healthcare system could not exist without you. So it is our honor as chaplains to celebrate your service. In a moment, Chaplain Bass will offer a blessing to anyone who would like a blessing. You're welcome to raise up your hands or place a hand over your heart, or you can just take a moment for contemplation. So once again, thank you.
Good morning. I'm Chaplain Bass. I'm going to offer a blessing. If you would like to, put a hand on your heart, and then just raise the other hand like this. May the Holy One who has called you to this marvelous and miraculous calling continue to bless you, bless your hands, which are an extension of your caring hearts. Amen.
right, so a couple months ago, we sent out an email to all staff asking people to write a submission of why I am proud to be a VA nurse. And we got over 25 of them, which was pretty amazing for people to take the time and write these out. And today we're going to recognize 4 individuals who we're going to actually have them come up here and read their submissions. They were able to attend today and were volunteered to read today. So the first one is Cynthia Meyer.
Testing. Okay. This takes me back a few years. When I was coming out of high school, I told my mom that I wanted to be in the Navy, like my Uncle Johnny, and be a Navy nurse. Women were just starting to be part of the military then, and he urged my mom to point me in another direction. So my mom took me to a college visit, and I loved it, and I went into sports medicine. I never regretted it until all my daughters up and left me for college and still had an inkling to be a Navy nurse. So I became an NA and wanted more responsibility. Then I took some prerequisites for nursing school. Then I found out one day that I made it into nursing school at Hocking College in Nelsonville, Ohio. So I went for it. 2.5 years later, I was an LPN in Loving It. Then I heard about the VA, and I always wanted to work in an ER, so I applied to the ER here in Cleveland, and I transferred from the Chillicothe VA. When I found out I got the ER job, I drove 1.5 hours to tell my mom that I was getting the chance to take care of all the military branches, and she was so excited for me because she knew that was my dream all along. I had 5 uncles from one family, my mother's brothers. All were part of the Vietnam War, Army, Air Force, and Navy. My grandfather, he was Army, fought in the World War II, and 2 of my daughters went to the Naval Academy. One just got out of the Navy as a lieutenant, and the other is still in the Marine Corps Reserves as a major. And her husband is a lieutenant colonel in the Marine Corps Reserves as well. My Uncle Tom was also Army in the Vietnam War, and he always takes care of his friends and his community, and he's always happy for me as well. I'm a very patriotic person. I wanted to be in the Navy, and I love our veterans very much and only want the best care for them. I fight and advocate for them every day I work, and I will do it until they kick me off the VA nursing staff. Not too soon, right? Dustin, glass. Let's see. I want to care for these veterans the way I would want someone to care for my uncles or daughters if they were in the VA being cared for in their time of need. I feel a need to do this. I feel they deserve the care, and I want to have the very best care for these hallowed walls of the Lewis Stokes Cleveland VA Medical Center. If the veterans I take care of every day did not have the will, honor, and love for our country back when they were young, our country would look very different today. I'm proud to stand with these men and women that need our help on some of their worst days and do the very best I can. The veterans and their families sacrifice for me. I need to sacrifice for them, no matter if I'm tired or just not having a great day. On my way to work every day, I pray I can make a difference in just one veteran's life. And on the way home, I pray for the veterans that I did touch, quote unquote, during the day, and I hope they continue to heal. That makes the difference in my life. Thank you.
And next, why I'm proud to be a VA nurse, Danita Webicki. You can come up.
I appreciate the opportunity today to be able to share with you my submission. And when I read, I won't be just reading words on paper. They truly convey my heart. I consider it a real privilege to be here and a blessing. And I read my submission this morning in memory of my brother, but also in honor of all nursing, but especially those nurses that I cover as a CBOC nurse educator. So all the CBOCs, and then here at Wade Park, women's health, primary care, and personnel health. Heroes in our midst. While driving the final few miles down Seville and Rodrigo roads in Rittman last fall to lay my Navy veteran brother to rest at the Ohio Reserve National Cemetery, I watched all the goings-on of this country town. Men working on cars or leaning on their walking sticks as they ambled down the road, children chasing dogs, mothers watching while cleaning and gardening on such a beautiful day. With their homes being in such proximity to Rittman, a funeral procession was not an unusual sight. They were well accustomed to seeing the hearse leading a trail of loved ones processed by their homes, knowing that the final destination was the Rittman Cemetery. What lifted my heart on this tremendously heavy journey was observing people, all strangers to me, stop what they were doing. Mothers pulled hats off their young sons, yanking them to attention. Men dropped tools and put their hands over their hearts or stood in salute as we passed with a discreet nod of the head and a look of respect and empathy. They knew that a hero was in their midst. I cried for what I lost that day, and I cried for what I had found. A group of individuals whom I did not know, mourning for my family and my brother's service. It raised my spirits in hope and in humanity, and I find that same spirit here in the VA. We can use the word hero so often that there is potential of it really losing the depth and breadth of its meaning. Our veterans have sacrificed and accomplished more than any political giant, Hollywood star, or business visionary. Veterans at every rank have vastly changed the world, with each of us being the recipient of their selfless dedication, honor, duty, and courage. They have served at a cost that has sometimes shattered their families as well as their futures. I must remember daily with intention why I am here at the VA. I cannot take for granted that I tread among heroes. In my role as a CBOC nurse educator, I have the pleasure of working with nurses staff who provide direct support to our veterans. That responsibility really keeps me constantly searching the literature for best practices so that each staff nurse has a resource and knowledge needed to perform with competence. I appreciate the challenge of working with such highly skilled and experienced staff. Their expert level of knowledge, practice, and passion keeps me striving to raise the bar on my own professionalism and performance. Working at the VA has allowed me the privilege of abundant resources to grow clinically and professionally, opportunities to impact the institution, as well as sharing our excellence and best practices by representing the VA in venues across the country. My only regret about working at the VA, why didn't I do it sooner? Who wouldn't want to walk the halls with unassuming heroes in their midst? I'm admonished by the writer of an ancient Greek text compelling me to be mindful of those that I encounter, because I may be entertaining heroes unannounced. In each interaction, even with those unknown to me, I am welcoming an individual of great significance. What a fitting text that is for those that we serve. By working at the VA, I can give back in just a small measure of compassion and kindness, not only to those that serve, but to all the nursing staff whose hands touch those that have served. Every day, I am standing among heroes, and I work in the presence of greatness.
We have two more to read. Jose Rivera.
Afternoon, everyone. I am just going to read mine. I'm not as wordy. Why I am proud to be a VA nurse. The VA is more than just a job to me. It is a calling, and it helped me meet my purpose. I have served in the military for over 8 years. 2 different services, only one counts. Wasn't the Navy. And 1 deployment overseas. To be quite honest, my first service was the Marine Corps, the second service was the Army. They said I sucked so bad at being a soldier, they sent me to Iraq with the Marines for a war. It's a good time. I left the military after that due to some personal situations that I had to take care of at home. Not because I was done with the military. I still wanted to finish my career, I just didn't have a chance to. I still had the desire to give back, and nursing partially fulfilled that desire for me. But being a nurse wasn't enough. I needed to give back to my brothers and sisters in arms. I needed to do something for my family members and my friends that were veterans, like my father. like my cousins, my uncles. I wanted to honor them with not just my words, but with some of my actions. And I felt like I just couldn't do that in the private sector, so I chose to come to the VA Medical Center, where I found my passion, my purpose, and my drive. I want to share why the VA means so much to me and how this place started my path from the military to here. My first experience in this VA was actually as a child. Kid no more than 10 or 12 years old. A family friend of ours, a Vietnam vet, one of the most big-hearted, burly men I've ever met, passed away. And his former platoon mates came here, and his biker brothers came here to talk about him. They told stories about how he got his Purple Heart. I got to see the hurt in their eyes, and this very impactful for me as a child because these are larger-than-life men. Talk about their fallen brother and how he had saved their lives and everything that he had meant to them. I still remember that feeling. I'm still that little kid inside sometimes, but now I'm also a veteran, remembering my fallen brothers and sisters and what they meant to me. I try to hold on to that every day that I come to work. I try to remember what I'm doing here at the VA. When I walk these halls, I am proud of the care we give. I know what it means for the veterans. I know what it means for us to be here. For those men, those women, will never know the impact they had on me when I was a child. But I will try to honor them with my words, my deeds, and the care I choose to give.
And our last reader, Miss Teresa Casto.
My name is Teresa Casto, and I have been an LPN at the Canton Seabach for almost 24 years. I began my VA nursing career on July 15th, 2001. I was a mom of 2 little boys, Joseph, age 3, and Sam, almost 2. Before coming to the VA, I worked for 6 years at Mercy Medical Center in Canton, primarily as a pediatric nurse while also being cross-trained to NICU, OB postpartum care, adult and geropsych, and med-surg. I loved working there and was not looking to make a change. However, as life often happens, God had a different plan. A friend from nursing school worked at the Canton Seabach and had one of my uncles as a patient, and she told him, "You tell your niece we need to get her in here. She's got those 2 babies and needs better hours, pay, and benefits than the hospital can give to her." So Uncle Donald passed along her message to me, and my response was, "What's the VA?" Thinking that I had nothing to lose, I applied and was called for an interview shortly thereafter for the New Philly Seabach. I said to my husband, Kevin, "I don't really want to drive 45 minutes to work, but I'll keep the interview. Let them make me an offer I can't refuse." My interview with Jan Solomon and Nancy Jackson could not have gone any better, and I was offered a job on the spot, and I accepted. I thought both of them were so nice and encouraging, and especially because they were hiring 2 new MDs for the Canton Clinic, so that's where my tour would be. It was a win-win. Even though I had so much to learn, I could tell right away that I was going to love working at the VA. It wasn't just the employees that quickly felt like family, but the patients as well. One time that will always stand out to me was September 11th, 2001. We were all too busy taking care of our veterans to know what was unfolding shortly after 9 a.m. on that beautiful, sunny, late summer morning. But soon those patients came in asking if we had heard about the first plane hitting the World Trade Center, and then the second, and then Somerset County, Pennsylvania, and lastly, the Pentagon. Like the rest of the country, we were all in shock over these terrorist attacks. I vividly remember one veteran in particular that came into my office. While I was doing his intake, he saw a picture of my little boys on my desk and asked if he could see it closer. As he held the picture in his hand, I saw his shoulders start to shake and tears ran down his cheeks. I asked him if he was okay, to which he answered, "You know, young lady, so many of us went to war so that little ones like these wouldn't have to live in a country where this was even possible." I held his hand and told him with complete gratitude and sincerity, "Sir, just imagine how awful our world would be if those like yourself hadn't signed that blank check of service. We are all indebted to you." Through all my almost 24 years of service to our heroes, I have been so fortunate to have met and cared for so many greats. But I must say that Uncle Donald, Uncle Bob, Uncle Willie, Uncle Eddie, and Uncle Mike were among my favorites. However, there's one that makes me especially proud. That little Joseph that was 3 years old when I started so many years ago, he told me when he was 6, "Mommy, when I grow up, I'm going to be a soldier like your soldiers, and I will come to your work and you can take care of me." Of course, I laughed it off at the time, but knowing him and his determination, I should have known better, because guess what? That little 6-year-old boy did exactly what he said he was going to do. As a junior in high school, he joined the Army National Guard as an 11 Bravo infantryman and did the split option, which meant he went to basic training between his junior and senior year of high school for the whole summer, and then right after he graduated, he attended advanced infantry training for the entire summer again. I was the lucky one that got to pin his blue cord on his shoulder at his turning blue ceremony the day before his military graduation. That little boy, my most favorite veteran, served 6 years in the infantry, including serving overseas in the Middle East for a 14-month tour of duty. The VA has been a fun place to work, a challenging place to work, and everything in between. But through it all, I have had the absolute honor of caring for the greatest of the greats, and I can't imagine a better place to have spent so many years. That is precisely why I am so proud to be a VA nurse.
Now if Kim Pyatt can come on up.
Hello, everybody. I have the pleasure of reviewing who our local winners are for the Secretary's Award of Nursing Excellence. This award was established in 1984 with an annual honors of all medical center directors, registered nurses in an expanded role such as a nurse practitioner, manager, instructor, a staff nurse, an LPN, and a nursing assistant. This is an award that is only granted once in their career if they win it nationally. And today we'll present you the local winners for our VA facility. In the RN expanded role, our winner is the Home Oxygen Program Manager Coordinator, and she provides oversight to the contracted oxygen vendors and veterans requiring that home oxygen through our VA facility. She oversees daily operations of the home oxygen and staff and clinics, indirectly supervises and delegates workflow to the home oxygen respiratory therapist and ancillary staff. She has assisted in training multiple new respiratory therapists, but she is the only registered nurse in the entire VISN in this position. She ensures that she brings her nursing knowledge, her understanding, and the forefront of addressing patient concerns, needs, and education to both patients and staff. She upholds the VHA directive throughout the program, and she uses every opportunity that she can to educate staff and veterans of this directive and what they're eligible for and what can be done to make sure that everybody is prepared and cared for safely in the home oxygen assessment and visits. She updated the home oxygen equipment requests, and they're clear and user-friendly. She has created medical record alterations and insured prescriptions are completed, and she ensures that information that therapists are currently used are incorporated together with the VISN required. She was able to ensure that the notes were clear, everything's signed, and the policies are up and user-friendly. She continues to focus on the increased safety of veterans and works to with providers to clear unambiguous processes for the home oxygen program. When she accepted the position of the home oxygen coordinator, there was only one clinic in Cleveland with only 3 respiratory therapists. To date, there are 5 clinics in Cleveland with 5 to 6 respiratory therapists. She now has been the forefront and collaborated with the pulmonary department in order to increase access to veterans throughout our VA system. Please congratulate Crystal Blake, home oxygen coordinator. Congratulations, Crystal. That's a very good career. This is your award. Congratulations. Well deserved. Thank you. The winner for the registered nurse staff role unfortunately will not be here today, but it's great that we can share his story. So this is for a recognition of Ronald Dickinson. Ron exemplifies the definition of a nurse with the expert practice every day while caring for our homeless veterans in the community and other staff on the team. Ron has always put the patient first and works to advocate for and make sure that every veteran receives the care that they need and deserve. He takes the time to assess the needs of the veteran, spends time explaining things to them, and works where he goes above and beyond every single day. He has worked to precept and educate other nurses on the team and supports any staff shortages within the homeless program. He works to assist in any situation and is always using any resource he can to try and put the veteran in the best possible scenario. He makes sure that the documentation is always above the expectation and focuses on informing providers and other multidisciplinary team members of any needs on behalf of the veterans he works with. He has become an expert in utilizing resources to help support the homeless program office mission to the end in veteran homelessness by helping to house the veterans of the community. He supports getting veterans housed and assisting in providing intense case management to help support the veterans in maintaining their housing. He also has become an expert in the community resource available to better support their needs and have the opportunity to help veterans find themselves in a bad spot. He helps them out. He works to help to identify the resources that could help work hands in hand with veterans to provide those to them and during this time of need. Again, we'll recognize Ronald Dickinson for the role of RN. And final, our nomination locally was for the Advancement of Nursing Practice program for a nurse executive. As a dynamic and thoughtful nurse leader for our VA facility, Mr. Garrett Schreier, our ADPCS, is responsible for over 2,000 nursing personnel, managing 10,669 inpatient admissions and 2.5 million outpatient appointments annually. At the start of fiscal year 24, we served 134,914 veterans, including 10,913 women veterans. His leadership has resulted in a critical strategic expansions of veterans' access to care. These include local implementations of the VHA National Oncology Program Office, Close to Me initiative, expanding outpatient infusion and oncology care to veterans who live in the southern Northeast Ohio market, implementation of the Referral Coordination Initiative under Nursing Service Leadership in 2022, establishing a veteran-centric, nurse-driven, centralized model expediting and streamlining access to specialty care throughout the enterprise, increasing productivity and minimizing outsourced care, and the expansion of the Community Living Center, opening 2 new CLC floors with 51 additional nursing beds, a vital role in creating organizational alignment in the VISN 10 Clinical Resource Hub. He has directly been responsible for instituting the development of the enterprise-wide VHA Northeast Ohio Healthcare System Service Chief Strategic Planning Retreat in 2023, an annual event that brings together all clinical and administrative service chiefs to ensure alignment of organizational goals, creating a stronger and more resilient enterprise. Please congratulate Garrett Schreier, our ADPCS.
And now we're going to have Nick Noggle come up and present. When he calls your name, if you can come up and get your pin and your certificate.
Good afternoon. I'm excited to announce the DAISY Award winners from this past year. The DAISY Award is really an amazing award if you receive it, even nominated for it. This award is, the nominees come from patients, families, peers, other nurse leaders. So it's really a cool award because of that fact. So there are 3 arms to the DAISY Award. The first is the actual DAISY Award. It's an international award that recognizes the superhuman works nurses do for patients and families every day. This award gives staff, patients, and families a way to express their gratitude for the compassionate environment nurses provide. All advanced practice nurses, APRNs, registered nurses, licensed practical nurses are eligible for the award. This year's DAISY Award winners, I would like to call Dante Antonato, RN, to the podium. Dante won the DAISY Award in May of 2024. The following were unable to be present today: Cecilia Washington, RN, who won the DAISY Award in August of 2024, and Colette Sampol-Sheely, RN, won it in November of 2024, and James Roth, RN, February of this year, 2025. So congratulations to them. The next category under the DAISY Award is the DAISY Nurse Leader. This was created to recognize nurse leaders who fully support their direct care staff. These leaders understand the impact of staff have on patients and their families. Despite working under tremendous pressure through their leadership, these nurse leaders provide a haven of safety for staff. In this environment, nurses are inspired to do their very best. These leaders provide a setting where compassion is valued, and staff, in turn, treats patients and their families with deep humanity. The DAISY Nurse Leader Award winners for this past year, I'd like to call Janie Fanara and Saskia Dean, nurse managers, to the podium. Janie accepted the award in September of 2024, and Saskia accepted the DAISY Nurse Leader Award in March of 2025. And then the last arm of the DAISY Award is the Sunshine Award. The Sunshine Award is a recognition program unique to VA Northeast Ohio healthcare system. It recognizes our outstanding nurse assistant, surgical, and healthcare technicians who support VA nurses and care for our nation's veterans. Nursing support staffs are vital to the healthcare system. The Sunshine Award offers a way to recognize these individuals for their remarkable care. The DAISY Award recognizes the exceptional and compassionate care provided by RNs and LPNs. However, without a little sunshine from our support staff, DAISY nurses can't grow. So the Sunshine Award winners, I would like to call Patricia Cotton, NA, and Edward Queen, Healthcare Tech, to the podium. Thank you.
For our next recognition, we'd like to call Donna Miller, Chief Nurse of Operations, up to the podium.
Good afternoon, everybody. It's good to see everyone. Thanks for joining us today. So Jackie and I are here to talk about our shared governance designation. In 2020, we were one of the first VAs across the VA system to achieve this designation of shared governance in nursing through the Forum for Shared Governance. So this past year, we were up for redesignation, and with all of your help and the core team that helped, we were able to achieve redesignation of that shared governance status, so we appreciate that. We had over 400 colleagues complete the survey, and that's what got us over the top to achieve the mean score that we needed for that shared governance designation, so thank you for that. And that core team, Jackie will introduce you to them.
Kara Sullivan.
My pleasure.
Catherine Wilson. Susie Maddock.
Susie Maddox.
Samia. Okay.
Samia.
Joanne Easterday. Angela Payton. Ruth Hatchell. And then myself, Jackie Harris.
Thank you, Jackie Harris.
Thank you. Oh, yeah.
That way.
And our next presenter, Miss Ashley Mathos, Assistant Chief of Psychiatry.
Good morning and belated Happy Nurses Week, everyone. On March 21st, 2025, Ms. Tracy Ashworth from VA Northeast Ohio Healthcare System in Cleveland, Ohio, received the prestigious honor of being selected as Ohio League for Nurses statewide recipient of the 2025 Nursing Innovation Award. The award celebrates nursing excellence, sustained innovation, and outstanding contributions to the field of nursing and nursing education. Under her stellar leadership as the Simulation Center Simulation Program Manager at the VA Northeast Ohio Healthcare System and Regional Tri-State Simulation Champion / SLICE Program Director. She facilitates effective and timely training for the needs of nearly 2,000 registered nurses in the facility and countless other nurses and physicians throughout the tri-state area. She regularly develops, implements, measures outcomes, and revises local, statewide, and national simulations. That includes live streamed or asynchronous. That include but are not limited to simulations that focus on wound care, bariatric and older adult populations, falls, medication administration, mock codes with teams, hostile patients with de-escalation techniques, conflict management, and more. These involve countless interdisciplinary meetings and planning sessions within the facility throughout Ohio, including VA, Cincinnati, and beyond. Ms. Ashworth promotes interprofessional education by facilitating multi-site simulations that are all inclusive of healthcare disciplines, especially physicians and nurses. We are pleased to present this award to Ms. Tracy Ashworth to acknowledge and celebrate her outstanding and valuable work to further nursing and beyond. Also, I'm presenting the Lean Six Sigma Green Belt Award. The next award recognizes someone who has gained a professional certification in Lean Six Sigma Green Belt. A Lean Six Sigma Green Belt is a professional certification signifying a level of expertise in applying Six Sigma principles and methodologies to improve processes, reduce waste, and enhance quality. Key skills and responsibilities that an individual who has gained this certification master are in process improvements, data analysis, team leadership, project management, effective communication, and presentation. We are pleased to present this award to Ms. Tracy Ashworth.
Our next presenter, Ms. Nancy Chikra, Chief Nurse of Education.
Good afternoon. I have the pleasure of presenting evidence-based practice projects this afternoon. Evidence-based practice is a nursing project. In nursing, projects involve using the best available research evidence to improve patient care. These projects often focus on identifying a clinical problem, searching for and critically appraising relevant research, implementing interventions, evaluating outcomes, and disseminating findings to improve nursing practice. We are recognizing 2 evidence-based practice projects today. The first, increasing accessibility and uptake of the Stride Walking Program through dedicated resident-led sessions. And I'd like to call Anthony Mendoza up, Shaylee Reagan, Jeffrey DeCrosta, and LaToya Eppinger. Unfortunately, 2 of their group cannot be with us today, Andrea Sawyer and Nina Hello Peter. I should have mentioned they are all part of our post-baccalaureate registered nurse residency. So we're so proud of them. Our next evidence-based practice project is titled Implementing an Exercise Bundle for Veterans on Respiratory Isolation, a resident-led initiative. And this project was led by our Transition to Practice program. Mia Murphy, Sean Hardy, Catherine Malloy, John Barber, Joely Rivera Perez, Felicia Moss, and Camila Bizub. If you guys would like to come up.
All right, well, we're going to switch things up a little bit. So, Shireen, I'm going to ask you to come up because some of our Florence Nightingales, we have a whole bunch of them that have to get back to the floor. So we're going to ask you to be the next presenter. And Kim, sorry, thank you.
Don't tell my secrets. Excuse me, everyone. Hi, Kim. Hi. Hello, everyone. Good afternoon. Our next and final award recognition for the 2025 Nurses Award ceremony is the Florence Nightingale Award. The Florence Nightingale Award is a prestigious and unique award. This award is inclusive of our nursing staff, from the medical center and outpatient clinics, where peers from the same unit nominate one another.
You go ahead. You're doing such a good job. I'll wait for the names.
You're shy. She's new, guys. She's shy.
Forgive me.
The criteria for nomination included that this person exemplifies nursing excellence and provides inspiration to future generation of exceptional nurses who will follow in their tradition. What an honor it is to be nominated by your peers for the great work that you do. Be proud of the example that you are. As the names are announced, please come to the podium and get your pen and certificate. Please wait together and we will take a group photo. So we'll have you guys wait over there on the side. Okay? Now let's go.
Okay.
You sure?
Forgive us if we don't pronounce the names correctly.
We
Bear with
practiced.
us.
We did practice.
Attempted to practice.
Okay.
Alex Meckler.
Warren Seabach. Where? Okay. Andrew Kamars. These are the ones that are here. Okay. So we'll do the ones that are here first. Would you guys like? So what we'll do is we'll name the ones that are here first. How about that? So we can speed this up a little bit.
Candace Grant.
Deanna Cochran McCrae.
Denise Loya.
Diane Owens Hall.
Emily Jones.
Jennifer Robinson. All right. Kathleen Overy.
Kristen Flint.
Latasha Wade.
I think you're saving all the hard ones for me. Laura Galat.
Laura Goliath.
Sorry.
Linda Flamish. Linda Flamish. I hope I said that right.
Mark Jones.
Mary Jane Della Vega Wilson. Hey, how'd I do it that way? MJ. Where's MJ? Oh,
There's
she
MJ.
is.
Michelle Robertson.
Makita Adams.
Monica Blount.
Paige Pedovic. I hope I said that.
Shanice Crenshaw.
Congratulations. Sharon Nathan.
You go ahead. You got it.
Treasure Richardson. And last but not least, Wendy Farinelli Jones. Do you guys want us to read these names? Do you still want us to read the names of those? She said, yeah, you say yes. Read them? Okay. Strozier. What's your first name? Wendy. Thank you. Did we miss any others?
David.
We,
Sorry, David. Thank you.
okay. But there's some that look like they're still here. Okay. So these are the names of the others who were unable to attend. If you did, change your mind in between then and you are here, please feel free to step forward, okay? How about that? Autumn Conley Clark.
Ann Yakshaw.
Isaiah Strozier.
Asia.
Asia. I studied them.
Barb Sloan. Carrie Faust. Caitlin Walker. Christine Hurd Clem. Sierra Bonner. You're up.
Don Legarth Maxon. Is she here?
Is she here? No?
Oh. Debbie Karastetsi. Hi.
Hi.
You're
Dawn.
Dawn. Welcome,
Thank
Dawn.
you, Dawn.
Happy you can make it. Yeah. She's here.
Denise Hillman Rattle. Davita Lockhan. Jermia Johnson. Aaron Politz. George
Bosica.
Okay. Jessica Pomplus. Joshua Supa. Judy Miles. Anybody else? Okay.
We'll continue. Julianne Brayleg. Lachey Bavo. Linda Gemma. Louis Zamudio.
I know he's here. There he
All
is.
right. Did I say that correctly? Awesome.
Margaret Jenkins. She here? Okay. All right. Marguerite Lane. Marianne Reagan. Marissa
Perotti.
Perotti.
Do that?
Neil Fleming. Nicole Patrick.
Sherelle Barnes. Shatuana Bradford. Yeah. All right. You got one. There we go. Congratulations. Stella Braun McManus.
Suzanne Neal, Tanya Cox, Teresa Faris, Timothy Sarge Sr., Tracy Greathouse, Warren Ward, and Zyra Bowman.
All right, and that concludes our. What about my? Where's my name? Was on here. I forgot that. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you. Oh, come on, Shereen.
All right, our next presenter is Miss Elizabeth Edmiston, Chief Nurse Scientist.
Ready? Okay, so last year, we started a program called the Quality Improvement Nursing Education and Mentorship Program, also known as QI Nurse, which I'm sure many of you have heard me talk about every day for the past couple of years. This program aims to empower nurses and staff with the knowledge, confidence, and skills needed to complete and lead QI projects, develop quality improvement champions that will encourage and assist with projects in various areas of our healthcare system, and to foster a positive project culture at VA Northeast Ohio Healthcare System. I am here to recognize the following individuals who have completed the QI Nurse program, have been a vital coach or mentor to a project in our program, and or generally completed outstanding work in the QI area. Once your name is called, please come to the podium and receive your certificate and pin, and I am assuming we'll do the same thing for the picture. If you could stay up here and we'll get a group picture. Okay, Cindy McCallum. Gary Heller. Yeah, go ahead. Jared Williams. Ryan Foy. Monica Miller. Danita Webecki. Selena Thornton. Corelia Castelli. AJ Loy. Jessica Guarini. Chris Klein. Melanie Span. Delisa Delcan. Extra applause for Delisa because she's helped me put on this program. Ashley Warren. Tiffany McHugh. Kim Michael. Jamie Wilson. Cleveland Dunlap. Courtney Morellis. and Tony Vahovic. And we're missing Colin Wilson and Yolanda Graham as well, so I wanted to recognize them.
Our next presenter is Carlton Betts, Nurse Educator Program Director.
All right. I have the pleasure to say a few words about the Post-Baccalaureate Registered Nurse Residency Program, otherwise known as PBR&R. The PBR&R program was developed for newly registered nurses in their first role as after graduating from baccalaureate or master's degree programs. The PBR&R provides 100% protracted training time during a year-long residency program aimed at enhancing new graduate RN clinical competency, confidence in practice, leadership skills, and excellence in providing veteran-centric care. This program is sponsored by the Office of Academic Affiliations, and we have 6 RN residents in the program rotating through various departments across the facility for a comprehensive approach, experiencing many areas where nurses work here at the VA Northeast Ohio healthcare system. The system's mission for the PBR&R program is to provide new baccalaureate nurses with 1-year transition to practice training program that incorporates robust clinical and didactic experience that facilitate role socialization, clinical competence, interdisciplinary collaboration skills, and confidence to practice independently while equipping them with the level of preparedness needed to deliver high-quality care for the nation's heroes, our veterans. As the second cohort of PBR&Rs here at the VA, we could not be prouder of this fine team of registered nurse residents. Our 2024 and 2025 PBR&R cohort started last September and will graduate this coming September. Will the following nurses please come join us here at the podium? Anthony Mendoza. Latoya Eppinger. Shaylee Reagan. Jeffrey DeCrosta. Now, we had 2 of the PBR&R residents that couldn't be here today. They're off-site. That's Andrea Sawyer and Nina Halapeter. Yeah, sorry about that. Let me tell you a little bit about their accomplishments, and I want you to remember that these are first-year RNs. They've been RNs here at the VA for approximately 7-8 months. They were selected to be poster presenters at the statewide 2025 Nurse Educator Summit sponsored by the Ohio League of Nursing in Columbus, Ohio. Their poster entitled Gut Instincts, Bridging the GI Knowledge Gap in New Graduate Registered Nurses was very well received and viewed by close to 200 attendees from throughout Ohio. Additionally, at the Ohio League for Nursing Summit, they received first place in the poster contest for their category. They also became first-time authors of 2 publications. They have published They have published an article with the American Nurses Journal, a publication of the American Nursing Association, entitled Ketamine Therapy Infusion. They also published an article in Gastroenterology Nursing entitled Improving Knowledge in Newly Graduated Registered Nurses, a collaborative gastroenterology experience project. So the PBR and ours.
Being able to do this, any of this without you guys. It takes a village. But in addition to that, all of you wonderful staff members for what you do every day, going above and beyond in your daily duties, and we appreciate all of you. So thank you for coming and celebrating with us, and we hope you guys have a fabulous day. Thank you.